Elder Scrolls Online. How long has it been since I have made a video about this game? How long has it been since I've played it? Well, recently, what with all the drama surrounding World of Warcraft and Blizzard, if you didn't hear, and the fact that I'm just a fan of MMORPGs in general, I decided that I wanted to check out ESO again, especially since their newest expansion, Blackwood, has just launched. Companions and new areas to explore and tons of new things and blah, 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 blah. But to be real with you guys, I've already put hundreds of hours into this game already. I burned out on it, so I wasn't really sure if I was actually gonna enjoy this game anymore. I don't know. But I wanted to give this new expansion a proper shot. So I'm gonna play the game for 1 hour, see what it's like. So this video is my adventure, it's my story of giving Elder Scrolls Online a brand new shot at reclaiming my love. So let us check out what ZeniMax has to offer with this new expansion, shall we? But before we do all that, we of course have to thank today's video sponsor, and that is Elyon. From the makers of Terra, Elyon is a brand new MMORPG set in a world of magical technology and unlimited potential, featuring a massive amount of character skill customization, realm versus realm large-scale PvP battles that includes heavy artillery, mechs, and dragons, clan wars, and everything else you would expect from a AAA MMO. Elyon is sure to be an adventure that you will not want to miss out on. The game is currently still in development though, so be sure to add it to your Steam wishlist and stay up to date as the game continues in its process of development towards release. Be sure to also check out their Access Pass giveaways, because you can win like $50 Steam gift cards, you can win invitations to their closed beta tests or whatever. Like, it's all linked down below in the description. Go check it out. Guys, if you're a fan of MMORPGs in general like I am, you enjoy the genre, you like checking out new titles, be sure to give this game a look, because I think that we are in for quite a treat. My adventure began like any normal person, by making a blood-drinking, child-sacrificing necromancer. But this time, rather than playing as a Chad Nord and paying homage to Ulfric Stormcloak of Skyrim, who did nothing wrong by the way, I decided to be a Breton, which are kind of like Nords, they're just not as cool, and they're shorter and more magical. I skipped the tutorial since I'm familiar with the game already, and I was immediately dropped into the territory of Blackwood, which looks rather normal, to say the least. I admit that when I was dropped into this area and I was like, oh, I'm in Blackwood, I was sort of expecting fire and ruination everywhere from the Oblivion portal invasion. But that's fine, let's just take a look around, shall we? But first, we gotta decide what kind of necromancer that I'm going to be. And I decided that I was going to be a two-handed axe-wielding heavy armor tank, which doesn't make any sense for a Breton now that I think about it, but whatever. Just in front of me was the first quest giver, a guy by the name of... I didn't actually read his name, and he told me to go speak to his captain down the road. Now, if you have watched any of my MMORPG videos about WoW, Elder Scrolls Online, like, it don't matter, you know that I couldn't give two Argonian shits about having my hand held in an MMO. I want to go explore. I want to go see what the hell I can find. Like, I don't want to be told what to do. So forget this quest. I'm going to go out in the world. I'm going to kill this bear, and what the heck is that? Before me was something that looked akin to a person's anus after they eat at Chipotle, floating in the air. I approached this curiosity, only to suddenly find people coming out of it. Using my trusty axe, I decided to greet them to the world of Tamriel. I cleaved through them, I dodged their spells, I brought ruin upon their persons. Slowly, I was relearning the combat as I defeated these guys, and to my surprise, I was expecting the portal to close once they were all dead. But no, the floating portal is actually an enterable public dungeon. And that's pretty cool. So I stepped inside this mysterious tear in reality, and inside, what I beheld was a massive sudden nostalgia trip as I remembered all of my time as a kid playing Oblivion. There was fire everywhere, demons and conjurers, and... Dude, okay, so I ran down the hill, and hot damn, man, look at this. Suddenly, I'm fighting this entire army of enemies. I'm spamming my healing scythe and flesh repair spell just to keep myself alive. I'm rolling around and breaking out of like stuns and stuff and dodging fire, and I'm 2 minutes into this game right now. 2 minutes, I just ran down a hill, and this is what... Okay, so being the pro gamer that I am, naturally I was able to fell all of these horrors before continuing deeper into the dungeon, which I learned was called the Deadlands. Now, unfortunately, it's a public dungeon, but there was nobody in sight. But I didn't care. I kept cleaving through the enemies, dodging spells, doing my best not to die. I did die, but... you know, eventually I came across the first boss, Renekton from League of Legends. Now this guy, right, like, I quickly discovered when I started fighting him, he is not a friend to melee players like me. He summons this giant aura of fire that does not go away unless you break his magic shield from far away. He summons ads, he makes the ground explode, there's lava, and he managed to kill me since my only ability to hurt him was Flaming Skull, and it wasn't doing much. But the second time that I fought this guy, I went in using a bow instead of my axe, and let me tell you, our battle was legendary. The ground shook with our war making. Fire roared throughout the heavens. I almost died again because I suck. But finally, at long last, I threw down the ruin of my foe upon the mountainside, claiming my hard-earned victory prize of... What? After killing Renekton, I was thrown into a series of large ad fights yet again, but this time, I had help in the form of other players who were now conveniently appearing after I had done all the hard work of killing the first boss by myself. I also noted that some of these guys, well, all of them, they had companions with them, which are sort of like followers from other MMOs. And this is a new system that was just added with this expansion to Elder Scrolls Online. So seeing them running around with these companions helping them fight, I was envious, and I was also thinking to myself, like, God damn, like, having that companion probably would have been a lot of help against that giant frickin' crocodile. So together, me and my trusty friends, who I struggled to keep up with, continued through the dungeon, killing more bosses and earning some awesome new sets of gear. And when I say sets, I mean sets. Look at this stuff, dude. I managed to find 2 pieces of the Bog Raider set. Some heavy armor, dude. The final boss for this dungeon was a giant red demon guy who frequently shielded himself, summoned ads, dragons, and all manner of fire spells. Dude, it was awesome. I mean, just look at this, man. Like, it's insane. It was so awesome, in fact, like, I was having so much fun that I actually fought the guy twice, just because I wanted to see if he would drop any more cool gear, but he didn't, but that's okay. After killing this guy a second time, I even took a quick stroll back through the dungeon, just making sure I didn't miss anything, like a pathway or something, and then I just made my way outside of the dungeon to continue my adventure in the overworld. Running through the zone of Blackwood, I found it to be a pretty cozy little area full of lakes and trees and bog dogs and this dancing dog, and but there was nothing overly beautiful or like super creative in terms of environmental design, I have to admit. I think most of that work went into the Deadlands, but that's okay. But as I was traveling across the lands of Blackwood, I spied upon my map my favorite icon to see in this game, and that is the torch. And a torch is a delve in Elder Scrolls Online, and that pretty much means a single-player dungeon experience, complete with bosses, quests, traps, treasures, whatever the developers thought to put in there. I love delves, it's one of my favorite parts of the game. I met a woman outside of the delve who told me to retrieve 3 artifacts while inside of it, and to my surprise, when I entered into the cavern, she actually became my companion temporarily. She followed me, she commented on the surrounding caverns, enemies, and responded to the lore events in the cavern. This is totally new to me. The delve was decent in scale. It was full of minotaurs and these nasty goblins, and it was a lot of fun killing the final boss at the end. Now, he was nowhere near as complex or challenging as the guys in the Deadlands, but for a boss in a dungeon meant to be taken on by a single player who could be both new or veteran alike, it was pretty good, and I was pretty happy with it. He was a good bull. So after slaughtering the Bull of Blackwood, I left the delve, and it had already been a healthy amount of time since I had started playing the game, and I knew that I needed to start wrapping up. So I left the cavern, I went off to find the quest giver again, because for some reason she moved from being outside of the cave to this lake. I don't know why. But to my surprise, she actually gave me another piece of the Bog Raider set, specifically this giant enchanted 2-handed axe used to like cleave minotaurs and stuff. Dude, man, I was hyped. I got a third piece of the set. After that, I just wanted to keep collecting more pieces of the set. I wanted to go back into the Deadlands and, to see what I could do and Maybe fight that giant crocodile again. I don't know. I wanted to get my first companion because I was seeing all these people walking around with their companions and I was jealous. I wanted to do my first dungeon as this necromancer, but I had to call it quits right there. My time was up. Let me tell you guys something. It's been a very long time since I've played Elder Scrolls Online. And I remember saying on my Twitch stream only like a week ago, people were talking about Elder Scrolls Online. They were saying, oh, Nixxiom, you should check it out again. You should play it. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like done with ESO. I felt like I had done everything and that the game wasn't of too much interest to me anymore and that my story maybe perhaps had come to an end. But you know what? I gave Blackwood a chance. I jumped into it for an hour. I made that necromancer. I saw the changes to the character systems. I did the Deadlands, the Delve. I got new abilities, new pieces of gear sets. And I got reminded really fast of why I enjoyed this game so damn much back when I used to play it almost every day for months on end. This whole experience reminded me why this game has grown in so much popularity as of late, alongside other MMOs like Final Fantasy. Now, and before you ask, once I'm done recording this audio for this damn video, I'm actually going to hop back in and keep playing for a little bit before I edit this bad boy. So yes, I am going to keep playing it. I want to check out all the new features. I want to check out the new raid. If you guys have any suggestions for future content or things you want to see out of this game, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to take you guys on another adventure in one of my videos or just answer your questions. Just let me know, but check out my other ESO videos if you want first. But until that time comes, my friends, thank you for watching the video. My name is Nixxiom, and I will see you all behind the gates of oblivion.